What up, y'all? This is Anton along with my co-host Taylor Day, and we just got done watching. I was about to say Captain Marvel. One, Generation Y.
Yes.
Quite surprised by this one. I must admit. It doesn't do my evil.
Generation Y? You mean Generation Z? Generation Alpha?
No, the episode is called Generation Y. That's all I'm going.
The episode's called Aren't millennials Generation Y?
I have no idea what any of that. I don't know how this.
That's weird. Okay, sorry. Continue.
It wasn't called Y. It was like Y. Like
Generation Y.
Y.
Even more so. Interesting.
But, I mean, I hear many Y's in my house, so I understand. Okay.
But why?
Yeah, exactly. So, we're going to do a quick review of this, but before that, we are going to give you our top reactions of the episode because there actually were quite a bit. We were surprised by it. But before we do that, Taylor, could you please tell the people where they can find us?
All right. Please go over to all our socials on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at simply_marvelous and give us a like, share, follow. Tell us how much you missed us. Tell us what you thought of this episode and tell us what else you'd like us to see and what to say. That's it.
Tell us how you like the new format. We're trying something.
Yes.
A little new. Nobody's doing this. All right. Check out our top reactions now.
Anyway, that's all I got for this week. Next week, I'm going to kick off a special 2-part series on why I think Thor is secretly a gamer. Remember, new episode.
Because he is.
Him and Court get it in.
I know. It's hilarious.
It showed she got 2 subscribers, though.
And as far as your dressing goes,
Oh, God.
I have a surprise for you. The Hulk!
Bruh. Oh my gosh.
See, Kamala, big Hulk and little Hulk. Bada Hulk or choti Hulk.
Like,
Ah,
I appreciate them, but my God. Like,
uh-oh.
what in the world?
Whoa.
What is going on here?
Whoa.
Girl, put your hand down.
Uh-oh.
Stop it. Why is it still going? This don't make no sense. What? That thing was paper mache at most. Let it hit her. Let it hit her. Yes. Y'all do not care about bullies anymore. I love it.
There it is.
What is that? This is wild.
Oh my goodness. All right, now welcome back. Now let's review this thing and talk about it because I'm presently surprised by this show. I've heard the many words describing the show: charming, delightful, culturally accurate, things of that nature. But nobody really says, how good the show in general is. It's made for kids, apparently. And I'm going to agree with almost everything that everybody has said so far. It is very charming. It is made for children, and I shouldn't say children, teenagers that are in that phase, that 14 to 16, 17-year-old phase where they're still trying to figure out life and they're just head in the clouds. That's what they are, and that's what this show is really about. As far as Miss Kamala Khan, visually, I loved it. I loved everything about that. I know you pointed out some of the little trickery they did with just things behind the characters from being on the cell phone and seeing little visual cues of that.
Yes.
That was genius.
But just like showing how, like you said, the visual cues, like it's usually we've gotten into seeing like text bubbles if someone's texting, but the way they use like the lights on the business or the street, like, you know, instead of like a one way only, you saw the text in the street using the drive lines or whatever. It was just so creative in how they chose to show and how they chose to tell story visually. It felt very much like Spider-Man: Homecoming, because remember when that movie came out, there was a lot of like the Notebook, like drawing and symbols that were like moving in the opening and in the credits, and so we got a lot of that all throughout the episode. This girl dreams. This girl probably needs to be on a prescription for ADHD. It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
That's normal teenage stuff right there.
Yeah.
Attention span is like this.
That was some neurodivergent stuff.
But, you know, I loved just the vision.
Yeah.
Oh, really, I really did. It reminds me of what they're talking about, the new Spider-Man. What is it called? Where they're doing a prequel to him getting his powers, but it's going to be in a cartoon version. It's going to be like the 60s and 70s type art style.
Oh, really?
That, but yeah, it's called Freshman Year. That's what it's called, matter of fact. So
who's doing it? Is Sony doing it? Who's doing it?
No, this is Marvel. This is a Marvel property. Yeah, this is probably a Disney Plus property, I imagine so. But yeah, they're doing the origins of Spider-Man. They're doing it in cartoon form. So some of the drawings remind me of what they kind of showed for that, which was very beautiful. I would love to just get a clip of that opening title sequence and her introduction, kind of going through the, you know, Thanos and all that. I thought that was dope.
It's so fantastic.
And we do need to check and see if that was a real YouTube page that she was creating.
Yeah, it would have been amazing if it was a real YouTube page. Just great marketing. It would be a great marketing ploy, which most of the time people do. But they did it for well, not the exact same thing, but similar things for Moon Knight. So that's if they did something like that for, remember like the QR codes.
Oh yeah.
You actually scan the QR codes, then it was something interactive. So it would be cool if they actually had a YouTube page for Kamala.
Yeah.
And she only has 2 followers. I know.
But yeah, I don't really know where the show is going, to be honest. I really don't. She obviously gets her powers at the end, which looked visually stunning.
Yeah, what'd you think about the bracelet? I know in the middle of it, I'm thinking like, why aren't there 2? And you were like, because of Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
and
that's just coming off my head. You know, that's what I think. You know,
I hear you.
The land of superheroes, you got to make them unique somehow. All of them, you know, a lot of them are going to have probably jewelry coming in, you know. Especially this character is going to be like Green Lantern, apparently. That's what I keep hearing. So I don't know. We'll see.
What I find curious about Kamala's bracelet is that, like you said, they're with Shang-Chi, there was an origin to those rings. I wonder if her bracelet has a similar origin.
It's possible.
Because obviously we're going to find out that it's somehow connected to her grandmother. And I guess she was like her grandmother always, I don't know, something about fantasies. I don't know if, there's a lot of questions. Like, did the mom not, what is it with her and being anti-dreamer? What did she experience with her own mother that she's not getting into, that she's trying to protect Kamala from? But obviously she's already gotten it. But like you said, anyway, the bracelet and the powers visually stunning. Yeah. Her falling into that, like, you know, Doctor Strange like world, seeing all those creatures. Yeah. What was that?
Yeah, what was that? What was that? It looked very almost like demonic. Like, I don't know.
It looked like some Ewoks, I'm not gonna lie.
Some Ewoks with the glowing eyes.
Yeah, I'm just standing in the back, glowing eyes, looking like Ewoks.
Yeah. I have
where did she go?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know anything about her character, like even in the comics. I've never really studied her. The most experience I've had with her is playing the video game, the Avengers. just the Avengers video game. She's the initial character that you come out as, but she doesn't have those powers though. She's like Mr. Fantastic, stretchy. That's her thing.
And she did stretch this episode.
Yeah, she did. They still showed that visual cue, but it's a little different now. So I don't know exactly where they're going with it.
Speaking of her stretching, I want to say, even though she's not like overtly a villain or a bully, that girl getting clocked by the hammer, bruh, top moment for me. Top moment for me. These kids are not having it with these bullies, and I'm in full support of that.
Listen, high schoolers, I mean, it's been a very long time since I've been in high school, but I know that high school kids can be the worst humans on earth. Period.
Oh yeah.
Period. And don't let them be, a kid that has everything or a kid who has nothing. Like this, both spectrums, I don't say have a reason to be mean, but they generate their own reasons to be mean out here in these streets. And it's just a normal, regular kid walking around school who gets the brunt of it. And man, if I could flash back, yeah, I didn't get bullied per se. I'm not gonna act like I did, but I've seen how it goes down.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord I wasn't one of those.
I know. I feel like you would have handled some business.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else.
You were such like a chill person that it's like there would be no reason to bully you.
No. See,
not that the other people there are reasons for other people to get bullied. Not that,
right.
But it's just like
it's weird because I've had my high school experience was very dynamic. It was a lot of ebb and flow. It was a lot of ups and downs in my high school. You remember I came from Dayton right out the gate. My whole school was black. So I came to
Wait, when did you come to Indiana? What year were you?
I came there in 93.
So no, I mean like what year of high school did you come to Indiana? I thought you did all of high school.
I did. I came in 8th grade. I came in 8th grade.
Okay, 8th grade.
So
okay.
The second half of 8th grade. So next year I was straight freshman. So I was still the chubby kid. I still had your granddad was trying to make me wear clothes to school twice in a row. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I would wear the same clothes over, but I would have a whole different fit under there, just so I didn't have to. You know what I mean? Because we all know, everybody knows.
He was sending people out into the battlefield. What was he doing?
If it wasn't for my mama, I would have came to the school in the same outfit twice and a pair of XJ900s.
Okay, so next thing. So in the show, I had said at one point in time that I wonder if they're trying to Sean and Katie, Kamala and Bruno. So what I mean was in Shang-Chi with Sean or Shang-Chi and Katie, they're friends, right? But I feel like at some point they're trying to make them more than friends. And I'm like, y'all, the vibe's not there. They don't have that kind of chemistry. Whereas with these two, they're in high school. So we shouldn't really be pushing chemistry that much with these kids anyway. But there was a point where he's like looking at her a little bit too long. And it's like, ooh. And then but with her and her infatuations, maybe that will be returned, but I feel like she doesn't feel the same and will not. But maybe, I don't know.
It seems like she's really in the dream world more. She doesn't even trip off boys as much, but knowing the trailer painted a different picture though. There was another boy in the trailer that she had the googly eyes for it. And we haven't seen him in the show yet, but I remember it in the trailer.
Poor Bruno.
So I can see a little dynamic going awry right there.
Interesting.
Yeah, so all girls are into boys. I mean, I shouldn't even say that nowadays.
I was about to say, because this girl's giving hella bi vibes, but... Okay.
All teenagers are into something and someone. I would say.
Yeah.
They might not have the courage to pursue said someone, but they are into something and someone. So
I feel that heavily.
It is what it is. So hormones are raging in high school.
Definitely.
Raging. So
all right. Any other top moments?
I'm trying to think. Not really. I mean, there's some questions that I will have, but they can't be answered in the first episode. I was wondering, like I said, I think I said this earlier. I'm trying to figure out how she will fit in the Marvels situation, Captain Marvel, Monica. But that's something that sounds like an episode 6 type of question. You know what I mean? Or however many episodes. So. Otherwise, I don't know where the show is going, but I do love the tone, the vibe, and you know what I mean. This is one of them shows that's probably going to put a smile on your face most of the time. That's just good vibes. We just watched Moon Knight. We didn't know what, you know what I mean. Moonlight was like, man, it was for health. You know what I mean. We all left like. I need a therapist.
A psych eval. Can you put me on a 5150? I need the weekend to reevaluate some things. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I need the scales to weigh my heart.
I need to find out what's going on. I'm telling you. But yeah, like I said, I love what's going on. I hope her parents lighten up. Her mom, not her parents. Her dad seems cool as hell.
He does.
Her mom, she got to bring it down a notch.
I hope at some point in time they can be Hulk and Little Hulk together, because that was really cute, but also like not the vibe she was going for. But I'm telling you,
Marvel and Marvel. I miss Marvel.
Ooh, I would like that.
Be fired.
But yeah, there's more of a story with her mom, and I can't wait to hear it so we can have, and I know it's directly tied to more information about this bracelet and these powers and her mother, so I cannot wait to hear what she got to say. It probably won't happen until like I would say the second to last episode that we'll get the full truth, but or maybe the third, I don't know, but I can't wait to hear more.
Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna say about that, especially we're talking about her parents, this seems to be a real theme when it comes to, do I address them as Indian? I don't.
Pakistani.
Sorry. Just that culture in general, they are way more traditional than most, even them and Asian families too. Especially ones who actually grew up, and came across the water here. The tradition is like almost everything, and being Americanized is like almost saying you worship the devil. And I understand it at some instances, because you already know how America is. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But they're holding tight to tradition, and it has to be super tough on kids who grow up here and not there. So that's part of the thing too.
Yeah, so Eastern cultures and West, like we're the Western culture, us, and I would say like Europe, like as in the UK. Like we be doing, like our culture is very individualistic. It's about the individual. You're not having to take care of your parents in old age. They're in some facility. It's all about you, your career, what you can do for you. And that's why you have a lot of us in our culture doing backpacking across Europe to find themselves. Like that one girl was being ostracized for. But yeah, in a lot of Eastern cultures, it's about the collective. It's about the family. Very strong groups in family. Whereas like ours is not as much. It's important, but it's not as much. Whereas like, no, your elders are going to be in your household till like it's guaranteed till death. Like, so yeah, it definitely is like, I can only imagine how hard it is on first generation kids that are here, because it's like, yeah, like your family moves, like, your parents will move their entire family here for a better opportunity, but then not expect their kids to actually be a part of the culture that they moved them to. And it's like, well, how did you expect that to work? Like,
it's always a difficult balance. That's really what
yeah.
It is. I understand tradition, but even here, like a lot of the tradition that we follow, some of it just gets on my nerves. Like,
yeah.
I mean, why are we still doing this? At least to the extent that we do it,
Yeah.
We'll name all this stuff, but it just
There's always going to be things,
Point out some of this stuff is just doing too much, but it's a difficult balance, And that's the part of part of parenting that is really hard, not being in your kids' business all the way, but you gotta be in their business because
just a little bit.
They ain't got no sense, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I understand his mother, but she got to chill. She got to relax.
She does. Her best piece of advice was like, focus on you, which is absolutely true, girl. Respect your parents, honor your parents, but also I'm gonna need you to focus on you.
Yeah, real talk. Yep, I'm trying to learn that myself.
Listen, same.
A parent and a child. I'm still both at the end of the day. Our parents, they still got opinions. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna end it right there. Thank y'all for coming to see Simply Marvelous. But yeah, we'll end it there. Seriously, later on about that. But yeah, Miss Marvel episode 1, Generation Why? I give it these for now. See
2 thumbs way.
Give it that. We'll see what the follow up is like. But I'm loving what I see. So I was about to. All right, but yeah.
Your mama heard you talking about.
All right, smash my whole esophagus out of there. Like, All right, folks, we gotta get out of here. The folks is on us. They is on us. All right, one love. I'm Anton. That is Taylor Day. I'll see y'all next time on Simply Marvelous. Yes, sir.